Good evening, everyone. Um, yep, we jumping on here a little bit late today, but it's all good. We here, we made it live in living colors and in the flesh. So today we are going to talk about a title. Do men need emotional support? Men have been taught to be tough, to be strong, to not cry, to not show emotions, to not be vulnerable, and then these same children, boys, males, grow up to be men, and then they're in this world without having any emotional attachment. So my answer to that, or my response to that, will be men do need emotional support. And I just went on and jumped into the topic because we coming on here a little late this evening. So normally we do our whole introduction, our whole spiel, but we just gonna go ahead and go live, go hot, as we say on the range.
Coming in hot.
Coming in hot. So we just gonna jump right on into it. My personal opinion, men do need emotional support. Why not give it to them? They give it to us and we need it. Why not give it to them? Societal stereotype says that, like I said, men supposed they recognize as being tough. They feelings are tucked away. They taught not to show them. So we're here today on this platform to say that men need emotional support. They do. And as women, as partners, as family members, as friends, we have to be able to create that safe space for them to do so. We have to give them that leeway, that like I said, that safe space. Look, I'm choked up on my words. We
Spit
gotta
it
give
out.
right. Spit it out, Crystal. We have to give them that safe space to be able to say, look, that comfortability. That's the word I was looking for. That comfortability to be able to sit down and say, look, this is what's going on. I may have lost my job. I may be going through a divorce, a separation. I might just be struggling, depression, grieving, anything. We got to be able to give them that safe space to be able to say those words. And then when they say it, we have to know how to respond. We have to know how to say, hey, cousin. We have to know how to say, look, here's some words of encouragement. Thank you for coming to me. Thank you for trusting me with what you have going on. And allow me to help you through whatever process it is. I'm here to help you. I'm here to motivate you. I'm here to encourage you. I'm here to pray with you. Whatever that male may need, be that support. Get them what they need in that moment. And not just blow it off as, oh, no, you tough. You strong. You got it. Nah. What's wrong with saying, man, I may not know how you feel, but I understand. So let me encourage you. Or if you can't give them the words or that motivation that they need, point them in the right direction. Point them to somebody who is willing, who is open to say, or who has the credentials or the licensing to be able to help them in whatever the situation is. I'm gonna turn it on over to my partner to see what he have to say about it. We're gonna tag team this thing tonight.
Well, ladies and gentlemen. Um, Man, this is a deep topic. I think you really touched on a lot of key elements. You're absolutely right. We always talk to be, the toughest in our environment. A lot of us have. That's how we was raised. That's how we came up.
Hmm.
But I think what's and, and just to fast forward, I fast forward to society these days. It's kind of more so. It's okay. You figure for years we've held things in. We've just um, you may want to let it out, but you like how responsive is the person that I'm telling going to be to me, and I think that's where a lot of the sheltering and a lot of the closed doors. I don't want to really let you know how I'm feeling, and then I think it comes a transparent part. The opposite person has to be transparent in that situation to understand why that man is coming to her, first and foremost, and understanding that he needs to feel a connection. He needs to feel that she is genuinely understanding his concerns that he's bringing to the table. And I'll pause right there. We got a question, a comment. Most men definitely need emotional support, and I'm speaking as a man. Both genders need emotional. Absolutely, absolutely,
Yeah, it goes
absolutely.
both ways. I 100% agree. It go both ways. We just have to learn how to be non-judgmental. That's
Hmm.
to be a big thing. Being judging, having that big mouth to where if someone comes and tells you something, they gotta trust it and believe that you won't go spread it to nobody else. So it's just creating that safe space, not being judgmental. Just being an active listener.
And it goes along the line, the lines like we always say. It's that difficult conversation because, like I say, you want to be able to say, you know what, I'm not coming here to dump my baggage on you. I'm not coming here to dump all my burdens on you. But all I'm asking you is what I'm bringing you is just to listen
Hmm.
and be that. Sometimes a lot of, like I say, speaking as a man, we're just looking for that calming voice. You know what I'm saying? Because we, like I say, we all know we as a male species, we hold a lot of stuff in. We hold it in. Uh, we mask a lot of stuff. A lot of us smile and we probably be hurting deep down inside. It's something. It's there, but we don't really show it because we want to know that, okay, if I tell you this, man, she ain't gonna clown me. She ain't gonna think I'm soft. She ain't, it's all that stuff you don't heard throughout all the years. But I think it those those thoughts and those ideas wouldn't pop in your head if when you meet that person and that person that you confide in has gained your trust, has gained your attention, have understands your know it all, your rhyme or reason. I guess that's a nice word to use. I think you'll open up to them more. But
Yeah.
the woman has to present herself, like I say, she has to present herself in a manner to say, you know what, I'm here. We can get through this, especially in a relationship. We can get through this. I know it's gonna be some tough times. I got you. All I need you to do is focus on getting yourself better, whatever it is. And like I said, it don't have to be a bad situation. It could be just something that he's been holding on for years, or something that he want to share, and he don't know how you gonna receive it.
Yeah, and that's why the opposite end has to normalize emotions.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be emphasized, and it has to be expressed that it has to be expressed that a person can, put their emotions out. It's healthy. It's a part of being human, because you already know holding in all that weight causes sickness, causes stress, and causes health issues. So if you're on the opposite end, female, since we saying talking about males tonight, we have to just be able to normalize emotions. We have to build that trust for them to be able to say, hey, I have something to say. I want to talk to you. And not only that, it encourage communication. We love the women, we love to talk. We love for our men to talk. But that's something we have to, build that connection and say, hey, if we communicate on any other level, we pillow talk. We talk
Mm-hmm.
about work. We talk about going out, going on dates. We talk about traveling. Throw that on in there. How you feeling today? How was your day? Oh, you had a bad day? Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? How can I help you? Help me to help you. Ain't that how they say it? Help me to help you. How
Yeah,
can I?
and I think you also have to go into that.
Hey,
Hey, we don't know who you are, but hey,
yeah, I say Facebook use.
I think lost my train of thought for a second. And in that moment, it has to be a safe space. And when I say space, safe space, it has to be a quiet space.
Hmm.
We know as soon as we turn the TV on, we start playing on them cell phones. Our attention span is zero. So I think it has to be a space where you sit there and you say, you know what, me and you, we finna sit here. We're gonna connect. Whatever it is, we're gonna connect. uh, and we're not gonna do anything else until we walk away with a connection and with a understanding. And um, I think that helps people more so than anything, because
Mm-hmm.
we all know, like I say, the title is this podcast is When Life Talk. People really don't know how to communicate.
It's always surface.
So if you don't know how to communicate, if you don't know how to tell, and we know it's talking about men, but just in general with your partner, if you don't know how to, what I'm saying, provide that emotional support, that care, that love, and that affection,
Right.
old saying, you lost in the sauce already.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Hey, brother. Yeah, that is true. That's why it's like you have to offer practical support. You got to be actively engaged. You got to know how to have some kind of problem solving. Somebody got to have a strength somewhere. That's why they say when you get with a person, you become what, equally yoked. You got to be able to balance each other out. Where I'm weak, you strong, and vice versa.
Hmm.
So it has to be something there, so when that person comes to you and say, hey, you know what, I'm feeling down today, or I'm thinking about a deceased loved one, man, how can I be of assistance? Maybe it's just, you know what, you go ahead and rest, let me take on the household duties today.
Hmm. Hmm.
Or just sitting there listening, what you want to talk about, go ahead and let it out, and just listen, don't cut them off, don't try to relate when you know you can't relate. Sometimes just listening is all they need. They don't. Sometimes people don't need a response. They just need you to hear them out. Then they be like, "Ooh, that felt good. Okay, I'm good."
Hmm. Hmm.
So
Because
go ahead.
you should be able to safely vent. I just use the word vent in the comfort of your own home,
Hmm.
especially if you got a significant other, partner, girlfriend, whatever. Two people, you should be able to say, man, you. And like I say, walk away from that conversation, walk away from that with an open mindset, because a lot of times, it could be on both parties. You go in, you listen, and then like you said, the first thing thought is you start being judgmental about that person when it should be, hey, dang, walk away. Man, I respect what they just said. I never know they felt that way. And I mean, circle back around and be like, hey, yesterday or later on,
Hmm.
like you say, give them that reassurance, give them that comfort and say, you know what? Because if you do that, they're gonna come to you again and let you know when something bothers them or something ain't right, or just something they want to talk about. Like I say, it don't have to be a negative interaction. It just, hey, I've been thinking about this right here. I noticed, blah blah blah. We making X amount of dollars. Hey, how about we invest? How about we invest in this? How about we try something new?
Right. You just gotta be open. Yep. Respect is key word. Got
Absolutely,
respect.
major key.
Mm-hmm. Always say this too. If a person come to you, say a male come to a female, because we always want the real, right? We always want the truth, right? Or we always want to know something. So if a male come to you and say whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, right? If you're not mature enough to receive what they telling you respectfully, they'll never tell you nothing else again.
Oh no, you
They'll-
done.
yeah, you done. You'll never tell. You'll never know nothing again. So he say you can't be dismissive to one's feelings just because you don't agree with how they feel. Exactly. You can't. That's just telling me that you don't give a rat's ass what I'm saying or how this making me feel. Because if it's not about you, you some people turn it on and make it about them. Well, I don't feel that way, so I don't care. That don't mean nothing to me because that don't affect me, right? Instead of just saying, okay, I hear you out. Is this? I always say, do a reflection. Is what I heard you say? Okay, I may can't relate to that, but I understand how it make you feel. You know what I'm saying? I understand how this may have affected this thing, this or that. It's all about just acknowledging how they feel. If you acknowledge how a person feel, then that'll go a long way. Cause
Hmm.
maybe it don't affect you, but if it's affecting them and they telling you, it could be for some for you. Okay, well, you know what? let me change this because now they telling me that they need more attention. They telling me that they love language is quality time instead of spending, instead of you buying them things. You know what I'm saying? They telling me they love language is physical touch. But I ain't trying, oh, I'm tired. Oh, I don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
So now you just missing and shut down whatever they talking about.
Or as soon as you know what I'm saying, as soon as you some people have to build the courage. And as soon as they get ready to open up and it's like you just say it's a shutdown, oh, I don't feel like it today. Nobody want to hear that.
Mm-mm.
And what's the saying? Read the room, read the atmosphere, understand that you should at least know, if not 100% of the person, I'm gonna say at least 90% of their mannerisms. So you should know when they have an off day.
Yeah, especially if they your significant other. You're gonna tell that by the body language. You're gonna tell by the short conversations. You're gonna tell by their facial expressions. You're gonna tell that, oh, if you normally walking in the house and they, hey babe, I miss you, how your day went, to if it's hey and they going straight, you gonna know. Oh, stop, pump your brakes.
Or avoid you, completely avoid you.
Told you, yes. So now me. That's me. I pay attention to everything. I really observe it. So if you consistent with this and then all of a sudden stop, I'm that person to say, "Oh, hold up.
Mhm.
Hey, what's going on? Let's talk about it." And what do you say? And don't wait to address the problem with respect. Exactly. Don't wait, cause when you wait, what you do? Build mountains of shit, right? And you building mountains of shit. Now, when you finally address it, your
Mhm.
pipes didn't burst.
Pressure bust pipes.
There you go. So why not just do it in that moment, respectfully? Hey, I just noticed that XYZ happened. I wanted to pull you to the side and say, you know what? I wasn't feeling that. I ain't kind of like that. And this is why. And if that person mature enough to receive it, you know what? My bad. I get where you coming from. They could either be like, okay, this was my reason for doing it. And the opposite person could respect that and be like, okay, boom, let's meet in the middle. You know what I'm saying? It
Mhm.
just, like I say, it all goes back to not only communication, it goes back to understanding, and it also goes to being patient. You gotta have patience.
Especially nowadays, you should have been taught patience at an early age. But nowadays, dealing with people, like I say, you're gonna just say people in general.
Hmm.
Though this show is about do male need the most support, people in general, you have to have a little more patience with them. And I tell people, I know we went through, I would say, 3 years of a pandemic. I mean, it's still really here. It's just in the background playing peekaboo right now, but it's still here.
Right.
So a lot of people use that as and I just have to say how it had to be said, a scapegoat.
Hmm.
What really was it what is that the cause of you acting the way you acting, or you just always been, like you say, dismissive? You know what I'm saying? Or now I'm just all up and I don't bother me. No, don't use that as an excuse, because you're gonna miss something that another person is telling you. You're gonna lose that person uh thought capacity to even want to relate or even want to just deal with you. Overall, just deal with you.
Right.
Because you said it best earlier. Sometimes you just have to shut the hell up and just listen.
That's it.
Don't respond, just listen. That person will let you know, he or she will let you know when they ready for your interjection or when they ready for you to speak.
Yeah. And receive it with an open heart.
Mhm.
That's it. Receive it with an open heart. And then when they communicate, it's don't be afraid to take ownership if it's about you.
Mhm.
Sometimes we afraid to turn the mirror on ourselves when somebody's saying your partner or whoever. That male could be like, you know what? I don't feel love.
Say it all the time. Say it all the time. You got to be able to turn that mirror on yourself.
Gotta be. And take ownership when it's about you. Cause you know it's true. A hit dog gonna holler. Cause baby, somebody say something, you get hot then. No,
Yeah, you going hey.
do some self reflection and be like, ooh, if he noticing it, you know what I'm saying? Then let me see. Let
Somebody
me tighten up. Somebody else noticing it.
hmm
You know what I'm saying? I never want to be dismissive or make my partner or whomever family member or whoever feel a kind of way. So maybe I need to do some soul searching. Maybe I need to find, you know what I'm saying? It can be, like I say, emotional support can be done in so many different avenues. We don't just have to stick it to a relationship. You know what I'm saying? It can be anything.
because you know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You already know. Like I said, y'all know we keep it real on this show. If I can't talk to you or she can't talk to you, they gonna find somebody to talk to.
Yeah. And then if you are allowed to give a response, if it's a two-way conversation, if just it's not a moment where you just have to be listening, why not just be clear and specific in your response? Be clear. Don't leave no room for somebody to assume or be confused. Just be clear with it. Be clear about your intentions and what your response is gonna be. Let's see what it says. The shit people been through in life makes it hard for some people to sympathize. Most definitely, and that
Absolutely.
yeah, it goes back to experiencing generational curses, top past toxic, you know what I'm saying, family history and past toxic relationships to the point where they so closed off that they can't even empathize with you.
That's a very valid point. What he
Yeah.
just said, but I got a lot of partners like that. I've challenged them over the years. I'm not saying let your guard all the way down because some people never gonna let their guard all the way down. But somewhere on this journey, you gonna have to crack that door open just a little bit
Hmm.
because everybody not bad. And I know a lot of folks. For me, my circle is very small, but I know you have to find that one or two that you say, you know what, hey, come on through this door so they can understand me and I can understand them because you're spot on because if you don't went through it, it should be relatable when a person tell it to you because you have walked that path that they've been on. You done seen it, you done done it, you done heard it, and they just maybe looking for that outlet or somebody come to you just to say, hey, let me bounce this off you, and you don't know that journey that stranger you and that stranger can just walk on and just oh man, and I'm pretty sure you'll walk away feeling like you know what that wasn't so bad.
Right. Right. And then too, going back to the statement he made, um, in a sense of if somebody can't empathize with you because they done been through so much shit, if that's a partner, sometimes that's you almost see like, dang, if you can't help me and I can't talk to you because hell, you need much as help as I do, that's it's almost like a red flag. It's almost like a red flag. A family member or whoever you can be like, oh, this person, okay, I can't talk to them. But when it's your partner, you invested in that partner and you love that person, and it's like you want to talk to them, but you know they not mature enough or not they ain't on that level where they can talk. You know what I'm saying, with some sense. It's like, damn, now I'm bottling all this stuff in
Mhm.
because I ain't really got nobody. You know what I'm saying, to tell it to talk to because we didn't bond it off of trauma. We didn't came together because we bonded off of trauma. That's 9 times out of 10. You get with somebody and then conversation get to flowing, y'all get to talking. You be like, oh, you went through that? Man, that happened to me. Or I had a similar situation. So now you like, oh, I can rock with this person because this person know how I'm feeling. This person done been through what I done been through. So now y'all trauma bonding. But that trauma bonding ain't good.
Mhm.
Because as you go down through the relationship, guess what y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna do this because nobody knows how to fix it.
Mhm.
Nobody knows how to reach out to resources. Nobody has, the the strength to say, man, we both need help. We both need counseling. I can't emotionally
One,
pour into you because I can't even emotionally pour into myself.
you you wake up one day and say, Lord, this ain't gonna work.
Mm-hmm. And what it said, learning to listen is a skill. You have to really listen and not be focusing on what you want to say. Yep. Yep. Listen to I always say listen to understand, not to respond.
And you listen to comprehend.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's the hardest part of listening is comprehending. And even if you walk away and don't understand what they said, just revisit it. Hey, so let me make sure I heard you correctly,
Right.
or let me make sure you heard me correctly. Because
Yep. There.
what you're doing is you engage in that conversation flow to move with the wavelengths, just like this. It's
Mm-hmm.
not. It's just like this. It's flowing back and forth.
Yeah, you clarifying the misunderstanding. Yeah, rewind that back so I can, I know what you're saying. If I'm processing it right, or break it down to me in layman terms, because you might be using these big educational words and I might don't know what they mean. Let me go pull my dictionary out. You
You
know.
use them words you don't know how to use.
Yes. Yeah, you got to choose the. Let's see, choose the right time and place.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Have to. It's a time and place. What they say, it's a time and place for everything. You don't want to be in the midst of a crowd and decide you want to just pop off. You want to let, you know what I'm saying? You want to let this go. This person been burning your soul. So now you just want to tell them. You want to jump on and tell them, don't care who around. You're going to embarrass them, embarrass yourself for one. And you want to say it.
Hey, like
Yeah.
I say all the time, at the comfort of your home, intimate, private space is
Mm-hmm.
probably the best place to have those conversations because we all know it's going to get difficult. But you know what I'm saying? You got to be willing to have it. You have to put yourself in a vulnerable state. You have to. Like I said, you have to let that wall down just a little bit, or let that door down, open that door just a little bit, just to receive what that person is trying to give you.
Yeah. And then I always say too, once y'all discussed it, once this conversation has been had, whether family member, friends, whoever you had, significant other, whoever you had that conversation with, that person who is on the receiving end, revisit it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, how you doing? Let me, get some feedback. How you doing? Are things moving in the right direction for you? Are you okay? I'm just checking in to see how things got better. Or, you know what I'm saying, how I'm doing. Because sometimes in a relationship, like even in my relationship, I like to what I call a relationship evaluation. Like, time will go by, whether it's 3 months, 6 months, a year. And I like to say, how you feel about where we at? How you feel about the marriage? Pros, cons, gripes, moans, complaints, what I can do better. How you feel about that? Let's talk about it. And then sometimes it don't be nothing. Good feedbacks. Oh no, this flowing good. We doing X, Y, Z, blah, 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 blah. And sometimes it could say, well, you know what, I'm missing out on, something. Or this could be a little bit, okay, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
And vice versa. So even with friendships, it's okay to
Yes.
do evaluations because, like you say, times change, people change, and everybody is not meant to be in your life for a lifetime. Some people is seasonal.
And speaking on that, if you got, how do I want to say this? It's only, like I say, it's only one way to say it. If you got friends, that's a loose word, associates, I like to use as a better word, and you can't come to them when you need them, and you can't come to them and when you need to have those difficult conversations, or just a regular conversation that you just need to get off your chest. When you walk away from that conversation, you're gonna really know how they feel about you
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah.
you should I strongly and firmly believe you should have someone in your corner that's not a yes man or a yes woman because that's gonna give you balance.
And not be afraid to
Yeah.
ask those difficult, difficult.
and say what need to be said and say it how it need to be said.
Yeah.
Then, like you say, when you walk away from that conversation, you should respect what that person told you or the advice that person give you. Now, if they tell you, then that's a problem.
Right.
But if they give you something that's sound and gonna set you up for success, by all means, you should be like, you know what? I'm glad to have you in my corner. And I think and those friends and as tonight, a lot of time we don't check on the strong. Y'all got to check on the strong too now,
Mm-hmm.
because we can't be the ones that always, hey, giving, giving, giving. You gotta, hey, say you ain't got to pick up the phone every day, but just shoot a little text. Hey, you good, man? I ain't heard from you. Everything all right? And just keep
That,
it.
that's it. That's all. And I think too, like, going back to the topic, can it you give it man emotional support? I say yeah. Like you say, yes. It's going I think it improves overall it improves a person's mental health.
Mm-hmm.
Because you never know what mental state they in or what they gonna have. So I think it contributes to lowering stress levels, anxiety, depression. They could be going through a lot of stuff. So I think with you being there, creating that safe space, a listening ear, it opens the door to alleviate a lot of stuff that could be going on.
And not to make light, but just I was sitting here laughing. Saturday night, my team went undefeated. I was on an emotional high. Most folks that's in my circle know. Y'all see it. Y'all see it. Y'all see them Seminoles. Came back Sunday, woke up. By noontime, we hadn't got screwed. They didn't reach out. They know I needed that space. But that's that clear understanding.
Right.
Even the ones that text like, hey, I know how you feel, because they know how I feel about Florida State. Hey, we're gonna let you have that. Holler at you later on. Same,
Yeah.
same thing my dad. My dad's 76. He's like, I don't want to talk to nobody. And he that was it. That's what he felt at that time. And
Yeah.
I promise I didn't talk to nobody Sunday. Outside of no my kids, I'm never gonna shy them away. But
Right.
I was just that vested and I needed my space. Because I didn't want to come off on nobody the wrong way because I was livid. Still livid, even today Wednesday. It's
Right.
still in me. But I was able to, hey, look, I think I talked to you. I was like, man, they F my team, blah, blah, blah. You won't believe this, da, 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 da. But in that moment, those that know me, they knew.
Mm-hmm.
Let's leave Joe alone for a couple of days. Hey, all right,
Right.
get out now. But they allowed me to go through that moment. And now it's 3 days later, I can make a joke about it now. But, in that moment, I was pissed. And those that really knew me, like, hey, all right, we're going to, so it's that balance of knowing.
Yeah. And having coping mechanisms.
Mm-hmm.
If you got coping mechanisms, that can make the transition more smooth and healthier depending on what the situation is.
I just drunk water.
You just jump on. And then too, you had that there's that strengthening in relationships. If you got a relationship that's strong and strengthened,
Mm-hmm. And I say all that for y'all that's out there watching. Y'all probably like, where Joe is going with that. If a person didn't understand that and know that about you, they'll be lost in the sauce. What are you mad for? What do what do you, hey, but if you know a person, you're going to understand the emotional state that they're going through and understand how they react to certain things and what, as they would say, what their triggers are because you have paid attention to it.
right?
Person not just ignoring you, it's just a moment of,
And they can validate your feelings
yeah.
because they know.
It's
So
almost,
that validate your feelings. They know, okay, he's in this space. These is, his feelings. I'm validating his feelings.
mm-hmm,
And boom, let him have his time because I know that's what he needs.
mm-hmm,
After he had his time, yeah, we're gonna jump on the line and
mm-hmm.
make
It's understanding. It's understanding. It's understanding the moment. It's understanding the person. It's understanding the concept. It's understanding the thoughts. It's understanding the resolve of knowing that person. And
sure. Yeah.
in that moment, hey, hey, it could be anything. Hey, emotional. And like I say, I think a lot of times we run from, how can I help you? Do you want me to help you? Because those are definitely prime questions that you have to ask.
Are those questions for you?
Did you have to work during the time? No. Uh Monday I didn't have no voice, so I stayed home. My voice was gone. Um, how did you deal with the others that didn't know you? Um, I ain't gonna say I was in my box, but if you dial my number, I just looked at it like, oh yeah, I get them back. That's how I dealt with them. Like, shit, you ain't important right now.
Hmm.
Uh, but yeah, if a person know you, if they know you, and they know of you and know how you get, like me, I'm diehard sports. So if I'm ride or die with my team, so win, lose, or draw, it's either gonna be emotional up or emotional down for a little bit. Like, dang, I can't believe we lost. But it was just a journey that we went on to see them young men get screwed like that. Uh, so it was kind of a slap in the face. Uh, but yeah, no, I'm good. I'm still cracking jokes. I'm still there. I'm still there to support people they need me. So it was just I needed some time to myself because, like I say, I was just, man, to come off that emotional high and just get, like, you thought somebody would have slapped me in my face Sunday about noon, about 12 o'clock.
But how good did that isolation get you though? Because I know most times, well, so when it comes to isolation, that's my thing. I know some people, depending on the situation, you don't want them to sit too long in it.
Yeah,
Because
I would say I came out about one time. Now I watched other sports. I wasn't in the dark with the TV off, like just moping. It was just, but no, in that moment, like you say, all seriousness, you don't want to let a person stay in that ISO mode too long
right,
because mine was sports. Sports. Hey, I don't have a dog in the fight, but I think a person, when you're emotionally connected to a person and you're there with that person and you're whatever they're going through, you give them that space. You let a few hours pass, but you should be constantly checking on that person, looking at that person, making sure you know what I'm saying. Okay, all right now, and then just if it goes too long, I would just say, hey, all right now, whatever it is, you let it go. Look, come on, let's talk.
yeah,
'Cause
let's talk, let
you
it
may
out.
be a bigger person. You may have to be the one to initiate the conversation when you have watched them and they not acting themselves. They really just ain't saying nothing. So you may have to be the initiator.
Yeah, I 100% agree because, like I tell people, it's okay to be, be in your isolation time, but just don't stay in that sunken place too long. We here, I'm here. If you need, to talk or whatever the case may be. Like now with my line sisters, I'll get on our little Marco Polo and I mean 5:45, 6 a.m. in the morning, and I'm like, get up! It's a late morning. I'm yelling. I'm doing affirmations. I'm saying all kind of stuff, and want to come on and say, Crystal, you just made my day. Like I needed that because you never know what a person is going through. And so it's just that little bit of sunshine, that little bit of hypeness, that little bit of craziness that you offer because it's early. And they be like, girl, you got all that energy in the morning. Yes, I go to bed early. And so
You do go to bed with the chickens.
yes, I go early. So yeah, it's just and then too, if you feel like it's too heavy where you can't handle it, I always say encourage professional help. Because what you can't do is somebody out there licensed, professional, certified that can do it.
And me and it's funny you say that because those that don't know, it's probably not a day to go by. We don't get up in the morning to say something crazy to each other.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
say something crazy for you on your way to work, vice versa. I'm on my way to work, and you already checking in because you're gonna basically all you're doing is, like you say, you're doing a temperature check in. Hey,
Yeah.
let me see where they at this morning. And our relationship over 25 years, one of us gonna know when the other person off. Hey, all right, what's going on now? So it's knowing your surroundings, is knowing the people you're around, is knowing your circle, is knowing that, it's knowing your person, it's knowing your people, and
Mhm.
just having a great vision, having a great understanding of who that person is or who those people are. And you can tell when somebody's off if you really dive deep, and like Chris has been saying here lately, take it a little deeper than those surface conversations. You're going to be able to tell when a person is off, or,
Most definitely.
or something is bothering them.
Yeah. And then just be willing to lend. And if you don't know, when they come to you because they feel like, you're a good person and they can lean on you, just receive it with an open heart, an open mind. And you may not be able to understand. You may have not, you know, had a deceased mother or father or grandparent or, some stuff happened or a child. Some stuff happened that you can't understand. You can't imagine. But if you just there to listen, if you just there to, receive what they acknowledge their feelings, acknowledge their grief, acknowledge their pain, acknowledge their hurt, and
Hmm?
it's, what, I can't say how you feel. I can't imagine, but I'm here.
But I'm
I'm
here.
acknowledging what you going through, and I'm here to listen. Now, if you want my feedback, I'll get that, or I could just sit. Or some people don't want you to do nothing; they just want you to be present in that moment. Just be present. I've been in a space where somebody they didn't want to talk; they just wanted me there. We just gonna okay, we gonna sit here and we just gonna watch TV or do
They
what
just
you do.
they
I'm
just want that cone here. That's all.
yeah. Some people just catch them. When I always tell people, just be there to catch them when they fall.
Hmm?
I tell my kids even that y'all ain't gonna want to tell me everything. And I'm not one to say, I told you so. Because sometimes we be, well, I told you. Da, 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 da. No. After I express it and it go on, that's what I do. I just, how can I be of service? That's
Hmm.
it. I'm here to catch you. What do you need from me? That's it. Be of service.
Absolutely.
I agree. And I really like when you said the people we think are strong need help too sometimes, but they're just to listen or just to be there. True. Yes. Check on your strong friends because them the ones that break too. They break in silence. They will break in silence. I'm telling you, I'm a strong person. And one thing about me is I sometimes I relate to stuff because I was taught to be strong, to be tough.
Hmm.
I ain't really a type to show emotions unless it's something that's real near and dear to me. Then you gonna see that side of me.
Same
But
here.
but if it's something I feel like I can handle on my own, I'll sit on it. Or if I feel like I want to shed a tear, like the I let I'll cry in my own private space. You won't never know. And then I could jump on the call. I could jump on something and be like, hey, what's up? Da, 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 da. But some be tearing me down.
And see, we the same, but I'm the opposite. And like I said, I done said on several episodes that we've talked about, I ain't had a real cry since March of 2003.
Yeah.
That's when my grandma left this earth.
Hmm.
Because they say black men don't cry. I can honestly say I have not. I
Hmm.
stand before you a real, true boo-hoo in that moment. You figure
Yeah.
that's 20 years for me. But I handle stuff. You like you said, you'll never know.
You never know.
Never know. But yeah.
Like, like they say when you walk into work, a person has many faces. You could be at home just then went through a whole shambles of stuff. But as soon as you walk in the door, what you do? Put
Hmm.
that smile on. You fix that face. You fix that crown. but it on the inside be burning up.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so I mean, it's just all about just reaching out to people, checking in. I know when people come across my mind, I check in. I learned to do that at an early, early. If you cross my mind, hey, I'm gonna text you or call. Hey, I'm just checking on you. You all right? Here to go. Oh, you thought of thank. And people like, oh, thanks for thinking of me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Never know how you can change a person's day.
yeah. Just for just checking in on them. But yes, men need emotional support just as us women need it. They
Got to
do. It goes
love.
both ways. You know.
Got to
Some
spread the love.
Yeah, let them strong men know that it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to share the tear. It's okay to talk. It's okay to communicate.
Absolutely.
You already got the world on your shoulders. The stereotypes of the world, and the stereotypes of social media, how this is supposed to go, that's supposed to go. You already got it.
Mm-hmm.
You could be in the midst of, oh, I gotta my job didn't drop my hours or anything. You should be able to go to that partner and say, you know what, man, I'm feeling down. I got laid off, or I got my pay got cut. Without your partner, a significant other, or a family member, like, oh, you ain't about nothing. You can't even help pay a bill. You can't even. No, nobody want to hear that. Because the
Yep.
moment you do that, they'll never tell you nothing else. They'll never confide in you again. They'll never be open to you again.
Man, if you don't get out my face with all that, that's the first thing you gonna hear
Yeah.
about your business now. 'Cause now that's really gonna spark some emotional flames. Get on about your business now.
Yeah. That's what I always say. If we want to speak on like a relation aspect, people always say 50-50. Nothing is 50-50 in a relationship. Nothing is 50, not even in the friendship.
Not 70-30.
Because I could be feeling bad one day. I could be down sick. That person got to pick up 80%. I might only could get 20% that day. I might only go from the bed to the bathroom. So now guess what? You got to give me 80% that day.
Mm-hmm.
In the friendship, I may be depressed. Or I might be going through something. But I need you to give me your 80% and let me know it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be okay. I need you to uplift me in that moment. So I need your 80% or your 70%.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. But well, one thing for certain, two things for sure. Emotional support is needed on by both ends, male to female, female to male, both. So it's no one way street when it comes to this. Uh, but yes, black men, black male need support from our queens. If we leave you with the gym tonight, we know we don't run a little over. I know y'all know we started a little late, had a few technical difficulties, but we are glad y'all are here with us on this win.
Yeah, on this good Wednesday. I don't know you done locked up, but
2 months
always.
before Christmas.
So emotional support creates an environment conducive to personal growth and self improvement, and encourages individuals to reflect on their experiences and learn from them. So that's good. Why not want to help somebody
Hmm?
elevate, right?
That's what we're here for.
We're here for to elevate and grow.
Be the
To
beacon,
all reach that finish line.
be that beacon sometimes in other people's lives.
Hmm? That part. That part. Well, y'all could have been doing anything else, but y'all rocked it out with us tonight. This was a good topic. I like that topic because, like I say, sometimes men are so strong. They don't want to break. They just want to hold it all in. They want to go through this world with the weight on their shoulders of the stereotypes, especially our men of color. They just go through so much. So
Yep,
they need a family member. They need that friend. They need that significant other to just grab them and say, it's going to be okay. Speak life into them. Encourage them. You can do it. Even when they think they can't, you can do it.
absolutely. Uh,
I'm proud of you. It's the small things.
hey. She hit the nail on the head. And like I said, as we wrap up this episode, man, I just want to thank everybody. Looking back, 2023 has flew by.
Mhm.
If I'm not mistaken, 25 days left in 2023. Yep. As I challenge y'all when we kicked off the episode of the new year, this new season, we're in that fourth quarter. That fourth quarter, it gets rough for a lot of people this time of year. Control what you can control, handle what you can handle, and whatever power you believe in will make a way for you. As always, you can reach out to us, man. We gonna provide that emotional. We gonna provide that structure. We can give you that. We gonna give you that love. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to overexert yourself. If I had to just put a bow on it, don't overexert yourself. A lot of times, this time of year, a lot of people overexert themselves. We understand the economy is rocky. Financial strains cause emotional strains. Control what you control. Handle what you can handle. If you got kids and they waking up looking for this and that third, get them what you can get them now, and let them know a way. Whatever power you believe in will make a way for the future. Uh, Take care of yourself, um, man. Reach out to your family. Like I said, this time of year, a lot of folks, like we said on this show, the ones that you think strong, really not strong. Reach out to them. Give them a call. Give them a few words of encouragement. Had one of my good partners call me last night. Called me several times yesterday just to ask my opinion about a situation. You know what I'm saying? But he felt comfortable enough to ask me. Uh, so that lets you know that when you build a relationship and build bonds and build that trust and build that respect that came up a lot of time on this show, that it
Mhm.
means a lot to people. It means a lot to people. And like I say, we're about 6, 7 states away from each other. But he called me, hey, let me get your opinion on this. And I listened before I spoke, and I gave my opinion on the matter. So sometimes you just gotta listen to your people.
That's it. Listening go a long way, right?
Amen.
Man, so this concludes our show for tonight. I enjoyed talking to y'all. I enjoyed this topic. Um, Love y'all. Right, holidays can be rough. Perfect time to reach out to family and friends and others. Yes, it can be. Most definitely holidays. So, yeah.
Yep. You call me. I make you laugh. I say something crazy. Y'all know we I believe in having fun, man. I believe life is too short. But I definitely believe in the power of having certain strong relationship with strong people that you know gonna be there for you when you need them, and vice versa. When you need them, they gonna be there for you. So absolutely, we'll do it again next Wednesday.
Yes, yes. Same time, same channel. Y'all have a good night.